February 2024, I started to think about going to the gym. At this point, I was doing like push-ups at home, some at-home shitty workouts, and I was actually seeing some results. And I wanted to go to the gym, but you might understand this feeling. I was terrified about what was in there. I had this picture of the gym in my head of, oh, there's all these big guys who are going to stare me down because I'm like still small. I have like small arms. They're going to look like bad at me, and because my form, I don't know what exercises to do. What do? I just come into the gym, and then maybe someone was going, calm down. Nothing is going to happen, bro. 1 month later, I made an extremely good choice. I contacted an old friend of mine who I knew was like really into fitness at the time, and I just asked him, hey, can I come with you to the gym next week? And he said, yeah, sure. We planned out a date, and we met up at a evening time. I believe it was like Friday evening, the first time I ever went to the gym. It was really different from what I expected. First of all, there are not as many people in the gym as you think there is. You might think, yeah, the gym is full of people all looking at you. There were like 10 people just minding their own business. Like, yeah, my friend walked up to one of them. It was one of his friends. I introduced myself, but it was nothing crazy. So the first step you can take if you want to get into the gym but you are afraid is to contact a person. No chance that you know nobody who goes to the gym. Maybe it is a family member of you. Maybe it's like your uncle. Maybe it's someone out of your class. Just ask them, hey, can I come with you to the gym one time? If you really don't know anybody, just call the gym up, because always the gym will have like these free intake lessons. So you can get like a free intake lesson and they will show you around in the gym a bit. They will show you a bit of exercise. They will learn you some basic terms about the gym. And that's the perfect way to start. Even better if you can do it with a friend. What you need to remember is that almost all gyms have a free trial a week. So the first week, you can go to the gym for free. This can remove a lot of friction because I immediately need to take a subscription, and then if I don't like it, I need to pay for the rest of the year. No, get a free trial week. So that means you can like work out 7 times. Well, I would not recommend, but I will get to that in a minute. You can try out a gym with literally zero costs. Second thing that I did that helped me to integrate into the gym more fast was to start watching a lot of gym content. So yes, I always say consuming is bad for you. Like consuming content of other people is generally this kind of content, like educational, low dopamine, like almost unedited content. It is better for you. All these highly edited shorts, they decrease your attention span. But for now, for this season of your life, you get permission from me to watch a shitload of this content. You want to watch all the Jeff Nippert videos, all the Mike Isertel videos. Go and watch the random shorts on exercise, how to do the leg pull down the correct way. Just watch this for a couple of weeks or for an entire month. Just set the goal, hey, I'm going to watch so much content. And then when you watch a few different videos, you'll see they're all talking about eccentric phase is this. Hey, I learned something. Now the only thing you need to do is to implement what you learned. So I would recommend you to watch both videos like these, so the more educational, longer form content that covers a specific topic, and also just watch the highly edited shorts or the highly edited like 6 to 8 minute videos on how to get the perfect feet taper. Like, you know, it is not going to change your life. You're just going to get the feet taper out of it. But that is not the point here. We want to maybe pick up on 1 or 2 points that these people are describing and subtract that from the video. So maybe the guy talking about the feet taper then mentions straps. That using straps is better for activating your lats. And you think, sure. And you just go online and order a pair of straps. That is progress. That is learning stuff. That is getting XP into the gym. The first few weeks, I want you to thrive on motivation. The first few weeks, motivation should be your primary engine burner. So yes, we always talk about discipline, that discipline is better than motivation. But discipline in the beginning stages of the gym is not a great place to start because you will always quit. If you go too hard, too extreme in the extreme beginning stages, you will quit. So make it fun and make it rewarding. But the rewarding part is easy because you have newbie gains, and I hate to say this, but it does not really matter what your diet is. As long as you go to the gym and you train like kind of heavy, you go with someone who is kind of jacked. So you don't go with a complete skinny guy who's went to the gym for 2 years but still looks like shit, because he will teach you the wrong stuff. Go with someone who already looks kind of nice. If you just train hard with him, you will grow despite of your sleep, despite of your nutrition, despite of the rep range that you use, because you are a beginner right now. And that is why you can make it like fun and motivation. So you should really want to go to the gym. One thing that you need to keep in mind is to don't overdo it. Because if you are now, it is not crazy that you want to go to the gym 7 times a week when you first start. Because, I want to hit bench press again. Yes, because Monday I did bench press for 60 kg, but Wednesday I did already 62.5. I want to try, it's Friday right now, I want to try 65. And that is when, really soon, you will start seeing that, hey, this exponential line is not exponential, it is exponential the other way around. It's now will taper down a bit into like a more consistent type of muscle growth. And that can then really crush your motivation, because in the beginning stages you get this feeling of whatever I do, as long as I go to the gym, I will grow. So just thrive on that, but don't try to go to the gym too often. And a mental trick that can help is to leave the gym when you still want to do more. Because we still want to be motivated, right? We don't want to completely deplete ourselves of all energy. This is perfect for both purposes. So at the point that you feel like I'm getting close to the end of my workouts, just do one last hard set and that's it. Just go home. Listen, a few weeks ago you were not training at all. Now you've made significant progress. You do like one hard compound set, like maybe one set of bench press all the way to failure, one set of pull downs, one set of squats, and go home. You don't want to be completely like that you don't have any energy left when you leave the gym. You want to leave the gym with the thought of, I could have done more. Because then, the next time you go to the gym, you are extra motivated. So motivation is still great. And I kind of still do this right now. So from time to time, I will kind of leave the gym a bit earlier. So I will still do all my exercises. But usually at the end of like, for example, my push workout, I just do like push-ups and lateral raises, superset, just for the extra pump. And some workouts, you might say, you know what, no, I'm skipping it right now. I also feel like a bit more pain in my shoulder joint. I'm skipping that last part, and the next time I am more fresh because I not completely depleted myself out. You don't want in this beginning stages to associate the gym with this place of pain and uncomfort. You want to associate the gym with this feeling of fun because you're with your friends or maybe multiple friends, growth, just a positive feeling around the gym. That will keep you going. I saved the last for the best because most will have clicked away right now, but what is your why? If you want to stay because the motivation in the first few weeks is fine and you need that. You need to focus on it. But after like 1 month, maybe 1.5 months, you will notice the motivation starts to slide away. The growth is not happening as quick as it was doing in those first few weeks. How are we still getting consistent? This is where 2 things come in. The first is, what is your why? Why do you want to go to the gym in the first place? And you have a reason, otherwise you wouldn't have clicked this video, but you need to think about this. Why? You need a good why, because your why may be, I've heard that the gym is good for me, that is why I'm going. That is not a great why. Other people told me, so I'm doing it. A good why could be, so my why was, I want to be more attractive towards girls. I want to have this attractive physique that the girls will find like attractive and sexy when I look like shirtless in the summer. It will get me like higher quality girls, like hotter girls. That was my why. Your why might just be, I want to set a record on a powerlifting exercise. Your why might be, I want to live long and I have belly fat right now and belly fat is toxic and it will make me live shorter. But you need to have your why, because look, there are going to come times in your fitness journey, I've had them so much, like especially like about 6 months ago or 7 months, I had this huge period where 60-70% of my workouts were shit. They felt like shit. And I kept going. I have respect for myself because I kept going. The leg days were brutal. I made a few mistakes back then. I was training too intense, too many reps, too low weights. But I still continued, and it was because I had my why. I knew that I want to attract more girls. That is why I'm going to grit my teeth and bite through this pain. And this why is really important for a beginner. Once you train like 1.5 years at the point where I am now, it is starting to become a lifestyle. Now, the motivation is coming back again. I kind of feel like going to the gym in like 1 hour, 2 hours, I'm going to the gym. I kind of feel motivated to go. But for a long period, I did not have that motivation. And that is when your why can really come in handy. And then a second is kind of integrated with that, and that is have that fire inside of you. Have a fire. Have that burning sensation inside of you that you want to go to the gym. It is not just, oh yeah, I want to be more attractive to girls. It is, why is this guy getting the girl? Like I'm sure I look more attractive than him. Why is he getting the girl just because his body is more muscular? And just get angry at the situation. Think, you know what? I am going to do the same. You know what? I can do better than that guy. Oh, these guys on TikTok flexing like, oh, I'm the biggest 16-year-old. I can beat him in 2 years from now. You should have that mentality. You should be angry. Okay, don't go in the gym and knock some guys out. But you should have that fire inside of you. So when you do feel like unmotivated, when you feel a bit saggy, you can grit through it because you know what? Hey, am I a bitch? Am I a bitch? And this is just a general fire that you need to have in your life. You should have some pain points in your life, and I'm sure you have. Maybe someone treated you badly. Maybe for me, I'm not really heartbroken, but it was a bit of a weird situation with an ex of mine, and she treated me always a bit weird, and it was a bit of this, sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's really bad, and I had this fire inside me. Why does it need to be this way? Why can't this girl just normally love me? And it's then transformed, it spread from just the relationship to the rest of my life. Why do I need this? Why do I need to go to school? Why do I need to listen to what everyone else's opinions are? Have this general fire inside of you. And that will also help into the gym. So I have my school program. If you're interested, click the link below. Everything you need about fitness is in there. So if you want a great school, you should check it out. Have a nice day.